What's going on, Washington Football Nation, Philly Nation, stand up. It's your boy Rio, and we're here to talk Washington, Philadelphia. I got Captain Dingbat himself, my brother, and another one of the illegitimate children of Mark Holmes, Philly 500 in the building. What's going on, man?
What's happening, man? Mark Holmes is populating the earth.
Hell
I don't
yeah,
know
man.
what's going on.
I
How
don't
you
even
doing?
know what. I'm great, man. I'm not happy to be a part of the Mark Holmes family, and
No,
we don't have much of a team to field on Sunday, but I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. How
right.
you feeling about this matchup this week?
Well, I feel a lot better hearing that you got 17 to 20 guys that might not play. I'm feeling better and better as the minutes go by. But I mean, in all seriousness, it's a big game. It's a huge game,
Huge.
and NFC East typically they always have a way of being close.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter what the records are, but it just happens that we have the exact same record going into this game, and we're both vying for that final wild card spot. Now that they added a seventh team,
Right.
do you feel like you guys are ready to get into the playoffs this year? And if you do you think y'all can make some noise while you're there?
I don't know if we're ready to get in the playoffs or not. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. I have no idea. The way I kind of see this is we're playing with house money. We have basically 3 first-round picks next year, and if we can make it on a year like this when we have so many young guys and we're trying to figure out who our quarterback is, I think the more power to them. I don't expect the Eagles to go into the playoffs and make noise. I think if they can get there, maybe they could win one game if they play Dallas, because we could definitely beat Dallas. But I think that to realistically say, oh, we could go to the championship game or we can. I don't think so. I think we're a few years away. But look, we have 3 first-round picks. I think we're playing with house money right now. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Like maybe we could give someone go depending on what the matchup is in the first round.
Right.
But just the selfish fan in me, I just want the playoffs because in my lifetime as a Washington fan, I've never seen us make the playoffs in consecutive years. They haven't done it since the 90s. They haven't done it since the 90s.
No, you guys have done nothing. You have done nothing.
Nada.
And I remember the Washington days where you guys were good. I remember I was actually living for a while in the area outside DC. I was in Maryland.
Okay.
And I know what you guys are like when you're winning. Boy, you guys can compete with the Cowboy fans for annoying.
I bet. I mean, we're annoying and we lose.
But over the last 30 years, you guys haven't done anything. I almost kind of feel bad for you a little bit, maybe not. But I mean, I remember the days when you had Joe Gibbs and Washington would always beat the Eagles. The Giants would always beat Washington. And the Eagles would beat the Giants. And everybody beat Dallas. Yep. Those were the good old days.
Shout out the Cowboys champs for the $5 super chat. He said, Sheagles and Deadskin fans, bow down to America's team. Go Jobu Sports Report owns you both. And Mark was just looking. He said, where's my son at? Mark, you got 2 of your sons here kicking it, talking NFC East football. Now you can leave the chat, you bastard. He really was going through. He paraded through my stadium screaming, where's my son? Like he had an actual lost child on Sunday.
Those Cowboy fans are a little arrogant right now. They're feeling themselves. But I can tell you this. The one matchup they don't want to see in the playoffs, they don't want to see another NFC East team. You don't want to see a division rival in the playoffs because a division rival knows how you play. They know you're good, you're bad. They see you twice a year. Those are the scary games you got to worry about.
Oh, yeah, because it's family.
Wants no part of us. Yeah, they want no part of it. So Dallas better hope they don't get Green Bay. They don't get the Eagles or Washington, or they're done.
Oh, yeah, because the way I see it, I'm already excited to see them again on Sunday Night Football next week because we played absolutely fucking terrible for 3.5 quarters and still almost managed to win the damn game. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, we should have won or no shit like that, but I think we can definitely match up with this team.
You guys, I really, because the way you guys were playing, what, you had won 4 games in a row. I thought you guys were kind of getting scary. Like Heineken, and I call him Heineken, not Heineke. But Heineken was making he's looking good. He's playing decent, and you guys defensively seemed like you were playing much better. But I think that the defensive line for Dallas, that front seven, just ate you guys up.
Oh my God, Michael Parsons! Michael Parsons is everything I dreamed that Chase Young could be one day.
he's better than Chase Young right now. There's no question about it.
And what's sad about it is that like he's only a part-time edge rusher, and he's more impactful than any edge rusher I've ever seen here. Like it doesn't make any sense. I hate it. Shout out to Duncan Wright. He's one of your guys, one of your Philly fans. He said that I cry like a baby when Washington got beat down. Spare no detail. Yeah, I was in the stadium very depressed, actually. I was actually on my way out early, and then the fire
spare no details, he said.
It was
I see you got a lot of a system of the knots here. William Page here. Timothy Lou. You got some people here from the channel. Shout out to those guys for coming over.
Yep, your guys. Shout out to all you Philly people in the chat. Jodis Young. I see Timothy, NYZ Philly fan. Shout out to everybody. Lawrence, everybody that's in here right now. I see that Mark done. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hello, Mark. Why are you here right now, sir?
I have to admit, Mark, I set you up. Mark,
here we
told
go.
me I had to send a thing to make sure you get on. Set me up. Don't be mad at your brother. Be mad at your father.
Yes. Be mad. Be mad. Son, why are you gonna be so disrespectful?
Hello, Mark.
I mean, seriously. Be mad. Son, why are you gonna be so disrespectful to your father? I just don't understand that.
Who are you talking to?
Who's being disrespectful right now? You know, I took my lumps.
Oh yeah, get out the chat. Yeah, just you know what? I brought you into this world, son. I'll take you out. Okay.
Wake up, Michael Anthony. It's not nap time's over.
Oh man. So while you're here, Dad, would you like to chime in on this Washington Philly matchup that we got going on this week?
Chime in on it. You know what? There's really, I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, seriously, I mean, it's kind of like a punch to the head or punch in the gut. Either way, it's going to hurt. But I'm just going to
punch to the balls and Mark don't feel it.
That's going to be fun because I enjoyed so much seeing Pizzle and Philly 500 battling it out, you know, because it's like, you know, it's like Game of Thrones. The strongest one's going to win. So, you know, I'm just going to enjoy to see which one of my kids is the strongest one.
Hey man, we're a depleted team right now. The whole roster is either on IR or on the COVID list. I don't know what team's going to show up Sunday, but I still like our chances, especially if Jalen Hurts is starting the game, which leads me to my first question for Philly. Who would you rather see starting on Sunday? Minshew Mania or Jalen Hurts?
I want Jalen Hurts. I feel like, you know, the main focus, the main goal of this season was to find out what we had in Jalen Hurts and if we need a franchise quarterback. I think that still has to be the number one priority. Making the playoffs is secondary to me, to be honest. I would love to make the playoffs, but I have to see what Jalen Hurts is first. I have to know. I feel like I know what Minshew is, but Jalen Hurts has a lot of potential, a lot of upside. So I've waited all year, Rio. I waited all year to get Jalen Hurts in a position where he's playing for something important in December. And this is what I've been waiting for. And I've been waiting to see this with Jalen Hurts. And then people are like, well, let's pull him out. I'm like, no, I've been waiting for this. I have to go with Jalen Hurts.
Okay, so based on what you've seen so far of him, like if he was to not take another snap this year, are you still spending that draft capital to try to acquire a big name quarterback, or are you still riding with Jalen Hurts and trying to build around him?
It depends who it is. I'm probably not going to draft a quarterback. But if Deshaun Watson got all his charges cleared off, and like let's say he was clean and he was cleared of all wrongdoing or whatever, I would go after him. I would go after him in a second. This guy's 26 years old. You know, I would go after him. Russell Wilson, maybe, perhaps, but he is older though. You know.
Yeah, hey, 32. I take 5 years of Russell Wilson at 32 years old myself. Mark, since you're here, why don't you chime in on the subject? Which quarterback presents more of a which one would you rather see when you see Philly again? Gardner Minshew or Jalen Hurts?
I'd rather see Hurts, I guess. I mean, it's not like either of them are a franchise quarterback, so does it really matter?
True.
I mean, let's be clear. I mean, my quarterback is in a slump, as they say right now. I dare say that you guys wish you had a quarterback that was in a slump. That was all he was doing. But and I don't mean to sound like the rich dad over here with my poor kids or anything else, because
Right.
hanging out with the baby mama, and I haven't been there and being the father that I should be. But I actually have a question for you, Philly. Would you rather your team go to the playoffs and have worse draft position, or would you rather say, you know what, let's lose some games and try and really just rebuild this whole thing?
It's a great question. I would say that I'll take the playoffs in the worst position, only because we got 2 other first-round picks. If we only had 1 first-round pick, I would be with you. Maybe it's not the best idea, but because you got Miami's first-round pick and you got the Colts' most likely first-round pick, Carson only needs, I think, 10 more snaps.
Mm-hmm.
I think because of that, I would take the playoffs and the worst position, because I got 3 first-round picks. I can move up if I need to. I have plenty of firepower. Go get in the playoffs. Let's see what they can do.
But one follow-up question with that though is Howie still going to be the one making the picks?
Well, that's the problem. But that's a whole nother issue. Yeah, he probably is, and I'm on record, I think 1,000 times, maybe 1,000,000 times, that I would fire him immediately. That he would not be making my picks. That is still the case. I would not. I do not trust him with 3 first-round picks.
Why
at all?
How is it that he keeps his job? I'm sorry. Everything has changed around him. Why do they still trust him?
Hey, he probably knows where all the bodies are buried there, man. I know what that's like there in Washington.
I think he Jeffrey Epsteined Jeffrey Lurie. I think he's got him wired for sound. I think he's got things on him. I mean, how else? The guy survived 4 coaches. He's Andy Reid, Chip Kelly, Doug Peterson, and now Sirianni. How does that happen? I don't get it.
What's going on, Mikey? My favorite name choice would be the Wolves, but honestly, I don't care what it is as long as they win games and look good and have better looking uniforms in the process. My guy System of the Knot said new subscriber sent by 500. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for coming over. My man 500 to go. 5. Oh, we got another super chat from Cowboys Champ. He said, Philly 500, stop crying. What's he crying about? There's no crying here today. It's only crying if Giants fans enter the chat. Giants gang, y'all all 3 trash. Nah, Giants are ass. The Giants don't belong in any conversation right now. Bad Dog somewhere depressed with a bag over his head right now.
Giants stink.
Can I interject, son?
Yes, sir.
How do you feel knowing that you now have Denzel Washington as your brother?
Oh yeah. Philly does think he's Denzel Washington.
I know. I look just like him. That's evident.
I can see it. I can see it.
Watch this.
Everybody that's in my chat, definitely go over and tell Rio he's a splitting image of his father here. And he's going to sub up to the channel, okay?
The better looking one, man. I appreciate you, Mark. Let me know when my shirt comes in so I can debut it on the channel. And are we doing the usual on Sunday for the Philly game?
Are you coming in my house?
Yeah. That we doing this week?
Son, I know I've been a neglectful father to you, and I'm just finding out about my infidelities. I just found out about Philly, and then Cop Pizzle and everything else.
Poor Mrs. Holmes.
I want to have a peace offering here for you, Rio. Okay.
Oh man!
Notice in the trash can the FedEx boxes.
Oh my God!
Okay.
Oh my goodness, man! You're a fucking
Mark's having
character,
too
Mark.
much fun with this year.
Daddy knows best.
Yeah, we're about to boot Mark out of this one, man. All right, I'll be there to pick up the damn shirt in the next day or two.
All right, so I'll see you on Sunday.
Yeah, yes, sir. I'll be there, pops. Make sure the Jobu wings are fresh off the grill when I get there.
Coming for them meats.
No. How was the food?
The tailgate or inside the stadium?
No. Food at the tailgate.
Oh, the tailgate food was phenomenal, man. Me and my boy Jalen, we both had we enjoyed it. We were very full.
Especially, how was the crow?
The crow was not good. This man Mark's walking around the stadium. Where's my son? I lost my son, Rio. People,
Everybody see my boy Rio. I lost the ball. People look at me.
I hate it, man.
What's he look like? All right, I'm gonna leave you guys.
All right, we coming for that ass next week, though. We gonna get our revenge in Dallas next
Go
week.
sand
man.
some wood.
I got your wood. I got your wood. Okay.
Yeah. I bet.
All right.
That's enough of Mark.
Sorry, he put me up to that.
That's funny.
You gotta make sure you send me the thing. So he's not gonna get mad, is he, Mark? He said no. So I'm sorry about that.
Oh man, that was pretty hilarious. But okay, so we just finished the quarterback talk. What kind of game are you envisioning? Because I feel like this is gonna be one of those ugly, like 17-14 games where no one's offense gets going, and it's just a NFC East classic, man.
I think the Eagles are. I can tell you what I think the Eagles are going to do. I'm not really sure what the Washington's going to do because I don't know who's playing. I mean, is McLaurin playing?
Yeah, he's gonna play.
They're going to play because those are big. Those are big time. I think you're going to see a lot of running in this game. I think the Eagles are going to run the ball a lot. Washington's probably going to run the ball a lot too. This could be a very fast game, right? Because both teams are going to run a lot. I expect a ugly game to the fourth quarter, and then somebody will make a mistake somewhere, late fourth quarter, and they'll win it. That's usually how these games go. They're usually close, and for whatever reason, it seems like you guys do great in Philly against us.
Yep. Has Ryan Kerrigan been on the field for y'all at all this year? I haven't heard his name once.
He's done nothing. I was so excited to get him too because I thought he was good for 6-7 sacks off the bench. We haven't even seen him.
Yeah, man. Like I told our fans that he's definitely lost a step or two, if not more than that. And when he signed with you guys, I was like, this is not an issue. They're like, oh my God, we're gonna rue the day we let Kerrigan go to Philly. But Kerrigan ain't done a goddamn thing this year.
No, he done nothing. You guys have nothing to worry about there.
Oh yeah, what's up?
Plus, you guys. I mean, your defense, your front four is really good. I mean, you guys got a hell of a defensive line.
Oh, it's only going to be one of them on Sunday. It's going to be Deron Payne by himself because the whole defensive end room is either hurt or on COVID.
Sweat's not going to play?
Nope. Yeah, Sweat. Man. Oh man, don't get me started on Sweat. He said all this shit about how that the vaccine he didn't want to get it and stuff, and then he ends up being the super spreader on the team, and we all have COVID. I don't know how Dallas players don't have COVID because we are.
That's my biggest fear. Is I don't want my team to catch it from you guys because half your team is gone.
It's pretty wild, man. Hell yeah! But what do you think the biggest matchup is? I think Slade versus McLaurin is going to tell us a lot about how this game is going to go. What kind of matchup are you looking for?
Oh, that's a great matchup. Yeah, I mean Slade McLaurin would be great unless the Eagles decide to play zone and keep Slade the opposite side. They got to put Slade on McLaurin. I definitely agree with that. But I also, maybe it's not as big of a matchup now, but I really think the defensive line, your guys' line versus our offensive line, because we got a pretty good offensive line. The offensive line's pretty good, and you guys, when healthy, you have a really good front. But I think both lines of scrimmage because our defensive line has not been that great. They do not get they do not get rush. They do not get pressure on their end. And I look at how Washington lost last week to Dallas. that pressure that Dallas was giving you guys
Oh my
on the
God.
front.
Spanked our ass.
It blew it up, and that's what you have to do again. My biggest fear about this game is that we're not going to blitz. We're not going to bring pressure. I think you got to blitz and bring pressure at Heineken. I think you have to in order to win this game. If they sit back and he throws and picks us apart, it's going to be a problem. You guys have weapons. McLaurin, Antonio Gibson, they're good, man.
Hopefully we can see some more of Curtis Samuel, but he's already nursing another injury. Jada said I should do a bet with Philly 5. Listen, I just lost a bet this week. I think I'm good on bets right now. Maybe for the second Philly game, we could do something. We could do something for the second Philly game, but I already got to put this dumbass Dallas shirt on with me as a baby getting put in a trash can.
I've been there. I had to do it myself. Believe me, I had to do it myself. Mark's getting off easy this year. That's for sure.
For now. I can't wait to see it all come crashing down because we already know the inevitable. Dallas is going to find a way to collapse. Like we already know this, man.
Yeah. So what? Let me ask you a question. What is your biggest concern, matchup wise, versus the Eagles from Washington standpoint?
I'm afraid of. We have nothing on the D line right now. It's just like Payne by himself and a bunch of practice squad, late round or undrafted players. I'm afraid y'all are going to get your run game going. And if it's Jalen Hurts we're playing, he may be able to get a whole lot of daylight when he takes off, because Jalen Hurts' legs, they bother me, but I think I would prefer to play him because Hurts is not as good a passer as Gardner Minshew. Mark Minshew can layer the ball around the field better. Shout out to GD. I like 3 teams from the NFC East to make the playoffs, with Philly and Washington playing each other twice. They'll probably cancel each other out. Yeah, that'll probably be the case. I hope it's us, but you know what I'm saying? If it's not meant to be, Philly can have that first round exit. But I mean, we'll see. Sunday will tell a lot about what's going to happen. Both of y'all are some haters. Who are we hating on?
I mean, tell me who I'm hating. You could say I'm a hater. Just tell me who. If you're going to say I hate the Dallas Cowboys, guilty as charged. It depends who I'm hating.
I will get any Philly fan $200 that Washington football team beats them. Don't. I promise you, don't bet that money on us. But
I will get any Philly. You want to bet $200?
Yeah, don't do that, man. Don't put $200 on us, bro. I'm a diehard fan. Don't put that money on us, bro. Say that $200, bro. Invest with that shit. We're a different team this year. What's up, Truckers Life? If you guys aren't subbed up to Truckers Life, man, he has a good YouTube channel. This man cooks Bon Appetit meals out of his truck. This dude does it big, but unfortunately, he's a Dallas fan, and Dallas, you guys are going to crumble. It's coming.
Oh yeah. I mean, just look, Dallas. If they run into Aaron Rodgers, it's over. I think if they run into the Eagles, it's over. I think if they run into I think the Rams will beat them. I think a lot of teams will beat them.
Yeah, especially if Dak doesn't get fully healthy, because something's wrong with him. Like, he played terrible versus us on Sunday.
He was horrible.
That's another part that hurts me from that game. Dallas gave us like a D+ performance and was sitting up 24 points on us in the first half.
Yeah, it was that front just ate you guys up. You couldn't do anything. But when Dak threw that pick 6, I thought you guys were going to win. I really thought you were going to win. I said they're going to win the game. Did you get the onside kick?
No.
They called it back.
No. That was so what happened was we got the ball, and on the first play when we got the ball back to tie up the game, first of all, we missed the extra point. So instead of being down 6, we ended up being down 7. And the first play we got the ball, Kyle Allen throws like a 55-yard bomb to DeAndre Carter. He dropped it.
Right. Oh, yes, right.
We would have been right there. And then the next play, we fumble it. I mean, it's debatable. It looked like his arm went forward, but they called it a fumble, and then boom. But honestly,
his arm went forward. I thought that was an incompletion.
Yeah, but we didn't really deserve to win the game. But man, it was
it was like typical Dallas is about to choke performance.
Hell yeah!
I was waiting for that to happen.
I couldn't even believe Dak threw that pass to Cole Holcomb, because Dak doesn't throw picks like that. Like, that was a terrible one.
Dak hasn't looked good. I think he's still hurt, to be honest with you. I really think he's still hurt.
Yeah, they were saying something about his calf. Like all the Dallas fans, I told them, yeah, his calf's not good. I don't know what it is, but he's not even seeing the field like he should. What's good, Skins fan all day? What's popping with you, man? I'm sorry you had to go through that with Mark at the stadium, man, but we'll get him next time, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Let me
So,
see.
so you're without your starting corner this week too, right?
Kendall
Fuller's out.
Fuller. Yeah,
Yeah.
Fuller's out. Montez Sweat is out. Our COVID list right now looks like a CVS receipt, man. Like there's 20 guys on it, and then we got like 8 guys on the injury report. McLaurin is in the freaking concussion protocol right now.
Yes. So, but if he doesn't play, that would be huge. If he don't play, because McLaurin has killed us. He has killed us in the past.
Hell yeah. And I'm really wanting to see him and Slay go. If McLaurin doesn't play, I don't know what we're going to do because Taylor's nursing an injury because he got banged up. His knee's banged up from Sunday. His backup is out with COVID. And we
Sims,
just had to,
right?
Kyle Allen. We had to he's out with COVID. And so we don't have a backup quarterback while he's hurt. And we had to sign a guy. We had signed Jordan Tiamu, someone like a body just to fill a uniform. It could get really ugly on Sunday.
Yeah, it
said my
definitely.
twin.
Look at that. I don't know where these people get to my face like that. Look at that. What the hell, man? I look like. What the hell? I look like I got lockjaw. That's funny. It does look like Denzel Washington, though. I got it.
Do you ever sit down during your live streams?
No, not if the Eagles are playing. I can't sit down during the Eagles game. I haven't done that my whole life. So that was one of the reasons why I started streaming. You know. So no, I stand up during Eagles games. I get too nervous.
Oh yeah, I can tell you don't. You stand up the whole time. I hope you got fluids available, man. It's hilarious. We watch your whole stream when Mark simulcasted when we do the streams from his house. That shit is hysterical, man.
No, I need to copyright him. He needs to pay me for that, for licensing. You know.
It would be wild if this game was pushed back or we had to forfeit. Like it would be fitting that my stupid ass franchise would be the first ones that would have to lose a game because of COVID. What would
it take? What would it take for them to forfeit? Like, what do you know? Is there a rule like of how many guys have to be out?
I don't even know if the league knows it, but I imagine if we have under 40 available, capable bodies to put on the active roster, that the game could be in jeopardy at that point. We might have to go to with what they were doing last year, like when we had to push our Steelers game back to like a Tuesday evening because there was a whole bunch of like, what the hell happened this weekend? The league is going crazy. It's been like 100 COVID cases today from this weekend. Like, how did Dallas manage to sweep past the COVID outbreak? Like, are they the spreaders?
I think they're lying. I think they're lying about it. I don't know. I mean, I've never seen a team get so destroyed by it. I mean, it was like 17 when I did my video. A couple hours later, you said it's up to 20, and who knows what it'll be tomorrow.
Hell yeah, man! Like this is frightening, man. This is if Sirianni is gonna find a way to blow it. What do you feel about that?
No, I think Sirianni's been pretty good. I didn't like the way he coached early in the year, but when he started changing his offense and going to a run heavier type offense, I thought he's done a fairly decent job. So I have no worries about him blowing the game, at all.
Everybody smash that like in the chat. And if you're new to the channel, make sure y'all sub. It's a Washington football channel, but everybody's welcome over here. We love to collaborate with other teams, especially in the NFC East. You're going to see me, Philly, Mark, all these guys, man. I got another super chat from my guy Duncan, who's also a channel member. Rio, I want to rant. I want to call bullshit on the pill Philly did weeks back. I didn't vote. The poll you did weeks back, I didn't vote, and I think non-Eagles voted, and I believe Minshew would have won.
Oh, I think I did a poll who should start, and Hurts did come out. It was like I think it was like 50. It was like 57, 52 somewhere. It was fairly close, but Hurts did win, and maybe he's right. I don't know. I don't know who was making the votes or not. So who knows?
Cowboys win said we need a forfeit so an owner gets pissed to end the COVID protocol. Shit, we need a forfeit so they could take our owner away from us. I don't even want him here anymore. He has called bad games early, but coming around. I know Sirianni's first press conference was one of the most uncomfortable things I've ever seen.
Yeah. Well, he was just nervous. You
A
know,
little jitters.
yeah, it didn't bother me at all. I liked what I said. What I didn't like about him early on was like he said all the right things. We need to do this, and we need to build our offense around players that you know their talents. But then he did the complete opposite, and I was like, well, where is this guy? But he made an adjustment, and when he made the adjustment, we started playing really good. We have Miles, Jordan Howard. Jordan Howard's been fantastic for us.
Oh,
Now,
hell yeah.
He's supposed to be back this week. So it looks like he's on track to play with Miles. That's a 1-2 combination we really haven't had a chance to see this year. So I'm very excited about that. You know.
Okay. Denzel, your brother, your twin said, "Can we get the Bad Dog song just once?"
Bad dog is a mad dog, cause he knows the Giants always stink. They trade on double come draft. Daniel Jones has got the only video on YouTube anywhere for NASA. Thank you very much. Coming to iTunes very soon.
Thank you, Chuck Taylor. Everybody give a round of applause for my guy, Philly 500, a.k.a. the twin of Denzel Washington. Spends all day with the $5 super chat. Appreciate that. He said, of course, they're lying about these COVID cases. This crap is rigged. But for what reason? I don't know. It's just crazy. Out of nowhere, like, I think us and the Browns both have 20 cases right now. Like, what the hell?
My whole thing, you know, and I know we have to be careful how we speak on this stuff here, but
I know
if you have two classes of citizens, basically, where you have those who took the vaccine, those who didn't, like if everybody's getting it, then why do you need two separate protocols? Why not just do what they're doing for the vaccinated ones, where it's like two negative tests within 24 hours or something after so many days. Like, go back to that instead of having these guys miss the whole game. It doesn't make sense to me, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, Jonathan Allen is. I mean, they said there's a slight chance he could play, right?
I'm praying to God because that's the best player on the roster.
Right. Oh, he's a stud. No question about it. But I mean,
I need him.
You know, he's a good player. Yeah.
I'm still wondering why Aaron Rodgers didn't get more of a punishment for lying about his vaccination status. But Antonio Brown pretty much out for the year for having a fake vax card. It's just so all over the place and contradictory with the protocols. No one knows anything. We know nothing.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. But, you know, and then it's like you have to, you know, I don't know. To me, it's just like I don't understand the point of all this when everybody's getting it at the same time. It seems like, I mean, you have 20 players who are out, and some of them took it, some of them didn't. So everybody's getting it. So why not just have rules for, you know, everybody that be the same?
Okay. Who's the quarterback for the no names today? Oh, for right now, it's Taylor Heineke. I know everybody likes to say Tyler Heineken. His name is Taylor Heineke. You know what I'm saying? From an outsider's perspective, what do you see when you see Taylor Heineke play? Like, what do you see?
I didn't think much of him, you know, when I first watched him. The first time I saw him play, I think it was a Giant game. But I thought he was actually coming along, you know. I thought he moves well. He seemed like he was getting better and more comfortable passing the ball as the year went on. But it was in that Dallas game where you could tell if you get pressure on this kid, he's going to crumble. That's how I see him. So, I mean, you know, young kid, I don't know how good he is. I don't know how good he can get. But, you know, he's been much better than I thought he was going to be. And I think he looks a lot better than he did early on this season.
Yep, for sure. He's definitely grown, but I just think there's a cap and there's a limitation to him. And I'm just going to enjoy the ride while he's here. But and he should be on the roster as a bridge or quarterback too, a solid backup going forward. But I'm appreciated. Look at Mark. So proud of my kids getting along. Hey, Mark, while you're here, drop some child support and drop a nice super chat or I'm going to boot you. He said Taylor's ass. Shout out to Chuck.
Time mark out just for the help.
Hell yeah. Tell Mark, unless he's coming with a super chat, you can't enter the chat no more, man. I've had enough of you this week. Hello, Rio and 500. Y'all need to remember to tell your dad, Mark Holmes, how much y'all were wrong about the Cowboys losing to the no-name team. Yes, I was wrong. Y'all seen my video. Y'all said I was hiding. I was not in hiding at all. I was just a little bit dejected. You know, I didn't get home till like 7:30 that night. I had to sit in traffic and just wallow in defeat and embarrassment What's going on, Washington diehard? Appreciate you, Chuck Smith, for that super chat, by the way. A whole big old meltdown at Mark's house. Oh man, Philly got to come down. Philly got to come down, and we got to watch a game all together and have
There
the
you go.
full
That'd be
panel,
fun.
man. Have
Oh, that'd be
Rasheed
fun.
on the mic. All of us just have a full NFC East panel. That'd be a good time.
Oh, yeah.
What's your score prediction for Sunday? And do you think y'all pull it out?
Oh man. I hate doing these because I'm always wrong. But I'll say I think the Eagles are going to win this game. I'm going to say the Eagles win 24-20.
Okay, 24 to 20.
I do think this is going to be closer than people think it may be at this point with Washington having so many people out. But this is NFC East games. These are always close. And you can throw records out the window. These are always close games. But I think the Eagles off a bye week, getting healthy, you guys with everything that's been going on with you, I think the Eagles should win this game. I don't think there's an excuse to lose it.
All right, I'm going to give you my prediction in just a second. Shout out my guy Nick Caps, who I met and took a picture with at Mark's tailgate with the super chat. He said, what are my thoughts on Zeke not getting fined for pushing? He looked like the more aggressive one out of the two. Jerry Jones cut the check. Come on, man. We already know how that goes, man. He got the Cowboys plot armor on his side. You know, that's why he didn't get it for that. We already know how that goes. And shout out to L4G Custom Fabrication for the $5 super chat. Dallas runs the East. Never forget it. Until Dallas gets knocked off the throne, remember who sits there. Listen, man, y'all got the win. Y'all have beat every team in the division so far. But don't be too excited about how y'all played on Sunday because our bum ass almost came back and won that game. Come on, man. Like, y'all talking real reckless.
Dallas will lose. They'll choke. Believe me, they'll choke. But by the time the playoffs start, they'll choke. You know?
They say I ran as fast as I could after the game because I didn't want to see Mark. Listen, first of all, Mark was on the club level and I was on like the field level. Best believe I was out of there as soon as that shit ended. Like, I wanted no parts of it. First, it was 70% Cowboy fans at the stadium, a sea of damn navy blue. It pissed me off. So many of you ill-knowledgeable guys at the stadium. It sucks, man. What's the atmosphere like at the Link? Because I was thinking about going up to Philly and seeing the game. I feel like I'm too loud though. I might get jumped up there. I might have to bring an army.
You'll be all right. You'll be all right unless they're losing. Then you may have problems. You know, you love. I mean, every time I've been to the Link, it's always you know, like Washington. Like, you could go to Washington and you'll see tons of fans from other teams there. Always. Always. Philly wasn't like that all the time. I did hear a little. There's been some people this year from other teams showing up. I mean, you always have some people, but you know, it's usually pretty loud and it's a great time. I mean, I love it. I will say this though, I love the Link, but the Vet was nasty. The old Veteran Stadium back in the day, it was disgusting, and it was the most amazing thing because it was so intimidating. But Link is you know, it's awesome. It's awesome. It's definitely, I think, a different atmosphere than Washington for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Our stadium experience is what's the stadium experience and the food like in the stadium? I know y'all got cheesesteaks, but like,
the food's good. Yeah, food's great. They have good places there. The worst part of Washington is your parking. You have to park at like the mall or something like that across the street. And you had to walk over there. It was like $20 like for parking back then. When I went, which is probably like $40. I don't know what they charge for parking now, but it was expensive.
Parking's crazy out here now. Like a season parking pass is like $500. Mark, thank you, Father Mark Holmes with the $5 super chat. He said your butt was out of there the first quarter. I'm not even gonna lie. I considered it. Like, definitely. We were out of there in the third quarter until we heard the fireworks, and we was like, you know what? Let's just see this shit through, man. We already paid money to see this shit. We might as well see it to the end. What's up, Brian Harding? He said it's eggnog time. Oh, I love eggnog.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're eggnog guy?
No. Oh, yeah. That's my stuff. That's like nectar of the gods. I drink as much as I can.
Definitely nectar of the guy. I'm a big Christmas guy, and I always told people when they say, what does eggnog taste like? It tastes like Christmas morning. That's what eggnog tastes like, man.
That's great. Yeah, nectar of the guy. I promoted. I think I've sold more eggnog on my channel probably than those companies itself, but I still can't get an eggnog sponsorship. I want an
Oh,
eggnog
man.
sponsorship.
My daughter wants to come say hi to the chat. Say hi, Lena.
Hi.
Huh?
Say hey.
How you doing?
Hey.
Say hi.
How are you?
Okay, Mama, that's enough. Okay, thank you. She always wants to get in when I'm recording. What's up, Authentic? What's popping? Authentic in the beard. Make sure you guys subscribe to my guys. They do it big over here too. But yeah, I'm a big Christmas person, as you can see with my Christmas aesthetics we got going on. My wrapping paper graphics. You know, I'm a big Christmas.
Yeah, I'm a
guy.
big Christmas guy too. Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
love Christmas. Is my favorite time of the year.
Hell
Christmas Eve is my favorite day of the year. Christmas Day is my second favorite day of the year. I love it. I'm all about Christmas.
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
Christmas Story.
Classic.
The one that repeats like 24 hours.
They run that shit on a loop. Hell yeah, they play that shit on
Christmas
TBS and TNT.
Yeah, I don't watch it except for Christmas Eve. That's my favorite one. My second one would be my second favorite is Chevy Chase Christmas Vacation. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
That's a great
one. What about you?
Mine is Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And
okay, yeah, definitely. I just was watching it. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I got two new ones that are good. All right, one is a dark comedy. It's different. All right, it's called Fat Man.
Fat Man
with Mel Gibson.
It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, the whole premise is a rich spoiled kid gets coal for Christmas, and he decides to hire an assassin to go kill Santa Claus.
Oh, that sounds phenomenal.
Yes, great movie. It was. You have to. I watched it twice. I was like, this is great. This is a great movie. The other one I just watched. It's good for kids too. It's called 8-Bit Christmas.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I watched it with my son on
HBO
Max. That was really good. 8-Bit Christmas. If you guys haven't seen that on HBO Max with Neil Patrick Harris, it's phenomenal. It's really good.
Yeah, I love that.
Shout out to Janaya with the super sticker, the $9.99 super sticker. She's somewhere in here. This is one of my sister-in-laws. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for tuning into the chat. And it's still F Dallas, even though y'all beat us the other day. Another one I'd add to it, 4 Christmases with Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon is hilarious.
Yeah, that's great. that is good. Yeah, definitely. I have like the Christmas shows I watch with the kids, right? So like Christmas is on a loop here. So I go downstairs, they're watching Christmas shows, whatever, the 25 days of Christmas. And then when they go to bed, it's like my Christmas shows. Yeah, I have to get Bad Santa in, Fat Man in, Die Hard 1 and 2. I gotta watch Die Hard.
Is Die Hard really a Christmas? Like, this is
absolutely
such a controversial topic. Is it just a Christmas movie because it takes place during Christmas? Is that what qualifies a Christmas movie nowadays?
Well, you have trees in there. You have Christmas music in there, right? You have Christmas trees. You have Christmas music. But I think Die Hard is one of the few that that are both. Like, you can watch that year round. It's not just a Christmas movie. It is a Christmas movie, but not just a Christmas movie.
All right, Chuck Smith, shout out to you for the $5 super chat. He says it's time to have a battle of the meltdowns between 500 and Rio. Who will have the best meltdown? I don't know, because Sunday it could be, because this game matters so much in the playoff race.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I won't have to have a meltdown. Keep Derek Barnett off the field and win, and we're good.
Yeah, man. Derek Barnett, that's your trigger word. That's your trigger player. Why do you trigger you so much?
Because he's so disappointing. You have a first round pick who gets more penalties than he does sacks. It's just like, what a waste. And I don't understand why they're paying him $10 million a year this year. I would have let him go last year.
Oh, somebody just said they looked up Fat Man and there was a movie about the military or something. Hold on, let me see. And it wasn't.
No, it's called Fat Man. It's a Christmas movie with Mel Gibson. He's Santa Claus. And the whole premise is that this kid hires an assassin to go kill Santa Claus.
Oh, man, I want to see that. That's hilarious. Mark said, what the hell? I thought this was football talk, not a movie review. We do it all over here, Mark.
Hey, look, you got Denzel Washington sitting right here. You don't think we're going to talk about movies?
Oh, yeah. You have children with great personalities and a multitude of interests, Mark. We're not all 100.
Right.
It can only stick to one subject all the time, Mark.
Right.
Father.
Mark watches The Scrooge. That's what he watches.
Hell yeah, he watches Miracle Cool on 34th Street.
That's
The original.
right.
Oh man, it's hilarious. The Philly 500 says the Dallas choke, but Cowboys whoop
It is
every
tough.
team in the NFC East. Man, y'all are on your high horse, but
But where you been since the 90s? Since the 90s, how many championship games has Dallas gone to? How many playoff games has Dallas won? Like even if they get to the playoffs, they're still going to choke.
they
And
always
you
find a
better
way.
not run into Aaron Rodgers or you're
Oh yeah. We already know what's happening when they run into Green Bay. Victor
Yeah.
says my thoughts on my brother Kyle Pizzle. I've actually never. I'm gonna have to when we play the Giants week. I'm gonna have to link up with him. The only Giants creator I know is Bad Dog. I haven't actually conversed with this guy, but he's part of my family, so I guess I gotta meet my brother. You know, he's an estranged brother at this point. He seems like a character, so we'll probably have a good time.
Yeah.
Home Alone was the best Christmas movie in my opinion. I love Home Alone. Home Alone's
Yeah.
a classic.
I like Home Alone. Yeah.
That's
I
about
didn't like the
movie that-
remake.
Yeah, the remakes are the newest remake was not
Yeah.
terrible because they actually included some of the people from the original, but most of the off-brand remakes in between the Macaulay Culkin ones and now have been trash.
Crash. Yeah. I just couldn't take the British accent. Oh, I'm alone. You know, like that.
Cheerio.
Are you home alone? Have a tea party?
It's like a crumpet.
Shut up! Go to bed!
All right, so ideally speaking, 2022 week 1 comes around. In a perfect world, who's the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles?
In a perfect world,
Yep. He said
I'm
Mark
saying in a
watches
perfect
woodworking channels on PBS.
I'm gonna say in a perfect world, Jalen Hurts works out, and he shows that he could be the franchise guy. That would be the best case scenario because you have him cheap. You then have all your first round picks you can use towards defense. So that would be the perfect situation.
Okay. I know for me, in a perfect world, we somehow acquire Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, or Aaron Rodgers, or more realistically, like a Derek Carr, because I would rather have an established quarterback than go the rookie route. But most likely, we're going to be pairing a rookie with Taylor Heineke and going from there, which I'll take. I want to know what it's like to have a quarterback, man.
But you guys are literally like a quarterback away. Like if you added Russell Wilson to Washington, you're a Super Bowl contender. You add Deshaun Watson, you're a Super Bowl contender. You add Aaron Rodgers, you probably win the Super Bowl. So, like, I don't understand why Washington would not go all out for one of those guys. I would do it. You know, you're ready to win now. You guys can win right now with a good quarterback.
At least we're built on paper to win now with a good quarterback because for the first 9 weeks of the season, the defense wasn't living up to the lofty expectations that came with last year, where we kind of took advantage of some bad quarterbacks and situations like that. But I do feel with a great quarterback. No, Chuck, I read your super chat. Hold up, I didn't miss your super chat. Oh, you sent another one. Okay, my bad. Time to no. Yeah, no, I definitely read your super chat about the meltdown situation. I didn't miss it, man. I'm on it. My thoughts on Mark Holmes' beef with Bad Dog over LT. Michael Parsons comparison. Listen, Michael Parsons is having one of the greatest rookie years of all time. I don't think Mark's comparing what he's done to the totality of Lawrence Taylor's career and accolades. I think he's comparing what he did as a rookie to what Lawrence Taylor did.
I think Mark Holmes is crazy.
He is a crazy guy, man.
I think he's crazy. Even bring it up. I don't think I like Parsons. I think he's going to be great.
He's phenomenal.
But man, you can't. You know, comparing him to like LT, the greatest defensive player in history. Like even his rookie year, he's playing at a time in a generation where you only threw 15, 20 times a game at most. You know, if Lawrence Taylor had as many opportunities as Parsons to have sacks, he'd have more. He'd have a lot. He'd have 18, 19 sacks.
It's impressive as hell that he's accumulated so many sacks and he's only a part-time edge rusher though. So
he's hell of a player, hell of a talent. But man, I don't know, man. Like he tried to do it with Reggie White too. I just think you shouldn't put that much pressure on Parsons because we heard that they used to say J.J. Watt was the next Lawrence Taylor, or is he as good as Lawrence Taylor? It's not even close. We are talking about. I think Mark's just trying to get people routed up. That's all I think.
Of course, yeah. You know how Mark does, and I'm checking on that mic thing right now. I just fixed the gain on it, so let me know if it doesn't sound staticky anymore. Philly made the perfect point. Yeah, he made a great point. So my prediction for the game, I'm going 17-14 Washington. Do I have a real explanation of how we win this game? No. I think it's going to be one of those ugly divisional games where nobody gets it going offensively, and some fluky turnover changes the course of the game in the second half.
That's typical NFC East. I mean, that's what happens. So it would not surprise me, but it better not happen. You better not have 20 guys out, and you go out there and put
my God,
points on the board.
The shit talking is going to come in epic proportions if we win this game with this scab replacement. I'm waiting on the team to call me and tell me to suit up on Sunday, because that's where we're at this point.
I know. It's really crazy. I mean, I do feel bad for you guys. I've never seen anything like that where it's like every day. But, I mean, look, you got a good coach. He'll have you guys ready to play. It does scare me that you're coming off a loss. I don't like that. But, I'm hoping that Jalen Hurts is ready to show us that he belongs. He deserves at least another year. So it's a big moment for him. It's the biggest game of his career. So we'll see.
Okay, so with Christmas coming up next week to close out the show, your one Christmas wish for the Philadelphia Eagles over these last 4 weeks of the season is what?
Miami Dolphins lose out.
Oh, yeah, because the drives.
Because we have their first round pick.
Hell yeah.
I would love to get a top 10 pick and still make the playoffs. So I would say Miami loses out. That's what I want.
Okay, so your Christmas wish list. The top of your Christmas list is you need Miami to lose out. I feel like mine would just be, I would love to see us win out. I would love to see us finish this year 10-7 and get the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football next week and go into the playoffs hot. And I would love to see us win a playoff game, because we haven't won a playoff game since 2005. That was 16 years ago. I was a teenager at that point in time, and I want to know what the feeling is like again.
Yeah.
Mark Holmes said, "Good night, kids. Dad's gonna go spend time with Mama, so don't come knocking."
Yeah, right. Count to 15, and Mark will be asleep.
Hell yeah, man. No bullshit. Old man Mark. Have a good night, Pops. I want Micah to drop off, please. It's probably not gonna happen. He's a rare talent, man. He's a monster.
He's good, but we'll see what he is in 3-4 years. We'll see.
Read Mark my message on the top before you leave. That's a lot of scrolling up, man. I got you on the next one. We want that. Do we always want Dallas? Like, I don't know why people act like it's new that everyone hates Dallas. Like, we didn't just start hating Dallas now. Everyone hates them because they're like NFL Disney, and they're seen as this contender every year, and they never win shit. They never win anything.
Yeah. They're just all talk. They're all flashy. That's true. That's what they are. That's what they've become. I think if let's say, if Dallas, and I don't know how it would work playoff wise, but if Dallas plays an NFC East team, either the Eagles or Washington in the playoffs, let's say first round of playoffs, Dallas will lose. They will lose.
I like the sound of that. I would love to, if we got in the playoff, I would love to play Dallas. That would be like the greatest.
Would that be great?
Ever.
Greatest thing ever?
Putting Dallas out the playoffs, like I can't think of many things in life that would make me more satisfied than to send those fuckers home in the first round of the playoffs.
That's exactly how I feel. I dream of that. Getting into playoffs. Oh, you got to match up against Dallas the week after. All right. And go in there and beat them. Oh my God, that would be great.
All right. So what do you think the Washington football team should change its name to? If you were responsible for changing our name, what would you change it to?
Oh man, that's a great question. I haven't really heard any names that made me go, oh yeah, that's good. So I don't know, man. Jeez. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. I'll say Washington scumbags.
The scumbag. It would be very on brand with the guy who owns the team.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I thought you guys had one of the greatest logos and football helmets in football.
Really?
The old one. Yeah, I thought it was awesome. I thought it was a great uniform. It was classic.
Yeah, it was definitely classic.
And now it's like hard to watch just the number on there. What I think you need a really, really, really good name. I don't know what it is.
I want it to be Wolves.
The Wolves. What
The
does
Washington
that represent?
Wolves. I just want it to be the Wolves, or what some fans want, the Red Wolves, because you can still keep the hail to the Red Wolves. You can, instead of changing everything around. I want to howl at a game like an idiot, like the Fans Unite as a wolf pack. We call the stadium the Den. It feels like the easiest name to market around, and a lot of fans like it.
What about the
Wolfpack?
Hogs? Washington Hogs.
Okay,
you guys used to be the Hogs anyways.
Yeah, but I just feel like a lot of people hate me on this, and I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this, but I understand the history of the Hogs, the 80s
Right.
linemen, the Hogettes, the Hog Farmers, all the fans that do this. I'm not showing up to no stadium with a dress and a pig nose on. That shit is corny. Like, I'm sorry, man. There's no swag to that. What are we gonna oink after touchdown? Like, what are we doing? Like, people that want the name to be Hogs, I can't see branding around a pig. Like, I like Wolves also because there's no dog representation in the NFL at the moment. Everybody's a bird or a cat. Why can't there be an
Browns?
predator?
Browns are dogs. Browns are dogs.
I mean, but they're named after Paul Brown though. Like, they're not like a dog.
Well, then you go Washington Snyders.
Washington Snyder. Good night, David. Thank you for the $5 super chat.
I don't know, honestly. I guess the best name I've heard is probably Wolves or Red Wolves. I mean, that's probably the best one. I need to see the logo and everything. Like, I thought I liked what you guys. I liked the logo before. I thought it was, everybody looked at that and they knew it was Washington. You know,
one of the names being like heavily touted lately is the Commanders, and I think that shit is terrible.
Like, it does. Commanders.
Yeah, that sounds so dry, boring, and it like I don't need the name to be tied to anything politically DC centric or anything of the sort. The Washington Foreskins. Cut it out, guys. Cut it out, guys. But I'm gonna let my guy Philly go. I appreciate you kicking it with me. The Foreskins. The Washington.
I honestly don't know. I mean, it's. I just hope that whatever it is, like, it's better than what it was, and the logo is awesome. Like, I think you have to kill it. You have to kill it on what you look like.
I think I'll like it 1,000%. I think I'll like 1,000% better than Washington football team because that's the most generic.
Oh, that's horrible.
Joke sounding.
I say you're the no names. You're literally no names. You have no name. You know, are you going to keep the colors though, or are you going to change your colors?
Oh no, the colors are staying. The colors, they've already said the colors are the.
I like the colors.
To preserve the history, they're always going to be here. They said, Rio, you didn't support your guests by posting their channel. I do have to do better with posting the channel link in the description and stuff. You posted 500 channels. Everybody in this chat is subscribed to Philly 500 though. But I'll definitely got to do better with posting it in the description after I finish the live. But on that note, we're going to wrap it up for tonight. You can go ahead and tell folks where they can find you, social media, YouTube, all that good stuff.
YouTube, type in Philly 500, Philly.500. And then you can reach me at Twitter, YoPhilly500. And then you can email me at YoPhilly500@yahoo.com. And that's where you find me. I'm not hard to find. Just look for the guy that looks like Denzel Washington, and you'll be good to go.
They said I think Mark Holmes and his NFC East son should get together and get a Universal Championship belt, but change it to fit the NFC East. That's a good idea, man. I'm telling you.
I love that idea.
We could do some good stuff, all linking up and collaborating and pulling up and doing something together. But that's going to do for tonight. I appreciate everybody in the chat. I appreciate everybody for the super chats, the conversation, and the good dialogue. And it's going to be an interesting game on Sunday. I don't know how it's going to go, but I hope Washington comes out victorious. Until next time, hail to the nameless football team. Deuces.
Peace.